Way up north to Alaska. Way up north to Alaska. North to Alaska. Go north for precious home.
Yeah, good evening, Brockton. This is the Steven and Cecilia TV show. Today, my guest is one of our volunteers. He's also the man of the town. He goes out and helps us out whenever we need him. His name is
Jensen Denoise.
Jensen Denoise. Yeah, Jensen. We kind of met briefly a while back ago when you were videotaping at the lighting of the Christmas tree in the worst snowstorm that we've ever seen here in Brockton.
Yeah.
What else do you do besides helping out here?
Well, first and foremost, Steve, thank you for having me on the show.
Yes, sir.
And it's truly an honor. And so I actually have an educational show called Hero in You.
Okay.
And so it's an educational show where we interview people in the community who are doing good work and good deeds and connect the theme to a comic book story. And so when you met me during the tree lighting, we were doing a tree lighting event for the city of Brockton.
Yeah, and it was the worst snowstorm I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was the timing was bad, but it was just remarkable to see people come, especially the children, to come and celebrate this holiday festival, and to answer your question. With the show that I have, we have tons of guests. I'm also a high school teacher.
Okay.
I'm a teacher at Boston Prep. I teach English, to 10th graders.
How long have you been doing teaching? Because you don't see a lot of people like in your stature
Right.
that have a show
Yes.
and also have the time to actually teach.
Well, that's a very good question. It all comes down to balance, but they both work hand in hand because what do the show and the teaching have in common? The whole theme of education.
Right.
And I'm a firm believer education helps the community, not only to help the youth grow, but also to help adults because knowledge is power.
Yeah.
And outside of being a teacher in my show, educational show, Hero in You, I'm also a board member at Cardinal Spellman High School.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, the same. I'm an alumni.
Okay.
And so I'm class of 03. And so it's like, I feel like education is very important for our community.
Yeah. I was, when we had the swearing in of the new councilors, the new city councilors, the school committee people that got sworn in, and the councilors at the lodge, and the new mayor.
Right.
I was surprised about how many people lined the hallways. It was standing room only.
Yeah.
And the mayor came up to me afterwards, and he offered me a position, any position on any board that he wanted. I thought he was joking.
Right.
So he asked me to write a letter and do a small resume announced to me, or unknown to me, as of April 13th, the City Hall had their meeting with all their councilors and councilors at lodges to discuss things going on here in Brockton, and they can refer me for a position as a human rights officer.
Oh, nice.
I thought it was a joke. I thought they're not going to approve it. Well, it was approved, and last Friday I got sworn in.
Congratulations.
And it doesn't feel like I'm a human rights officer, because a human rights officer has to know everything.
True.
And And it's the same as being a teacher. A teacher has to be smart,
True.
educated, and and kind of brought up on the latest teachings that they can give. With me, I don't even know where to begin. So it's like I'm scratching at the bottom of the barrel
Right.
to work
Right.
my way up. So
Right.
I thought the teaching was the same way because I had a teacher years ago when I was growing up at the George Payne School.
Oh yeah, George in Brockton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his name was Mr. Richards.
Okay.
And his classroom was more based on handicapped,
Okay.
slow learning people that had a difficult time learning about money and math and reading. And in today's society, you don't see those kind of teachers that actually take time to come to the home and actually tutor a student that needs the extra help. Did you do that?
I mean, I do have office hours and help my students out, especially with writing.
But what about going to the home?
No, I have not. Especially, but the thing is, this with this modern world with technology and the internet, more people get doing more online tutoring or watching tutorials on YouTube on how to write or how to work on their assignments.
But not a lot of those tools come in handy, though. Do they? Do really?
They do, especially with the younger generation. They're more, they're familiar, they're more tech savvy, whether it's using, learning information on their phone or on their tablets.
Right.
However, where I can understand like that human interaction,
Yeah.
in that house setting, yes, that is somewhat missing in our society.
Yeah,
you know?
because I remember my teacher sending a tutor
Right.
to help me with like learn how to read and write,
Right.
learn about your money skills,
Very important.
and whatever they couldn't, because my teachers thought I was like not paying attention, but I was, but it was difficult to pick it up.
I understand.
So they had a tutor come to the home, sit down with the parents, and get to discuss what they could do at the home
Right.
to help me out. And I had a while back ago, I had one of the school committee people on, and he was saying how that the illiteracy here in Brockton is so high that he wishes there were teachers that could go into the homes and sit there, get one-on-one, get with the parents and the student, and kind of help the parents understand where the child's having a hard time.
Yeah, literacy is a major issue, not just only in Brockton, but I would say nationwide right now. And it's something that needs to be addressed. Well, with my program, Hero and You, as you know, it's an educational program.
Right.
And we kind of get our themes and our concepts from comic books.
Okay.
So from there, Steve, we try to encourage children that, true, you can watch the movies, you can watch the shows, but you can also get the stories from reading the comic books, and that kind of encourages literacy.
Right.
Because literacy is very important
Yeah.
everywhere you go in life.
Yeah, when we met a few times, I was like, if I only had a teacher like him, yeah, that could help me out back then.
Right.
I don't think I would be as quick to say no to the help.
Oh.
When I was a kid, I was always saying no to my parents. No, Mom, I don't need a tutor. No, Mom, no, Dad, I don't need this, I don't need that.
Right.
But in reality, that was my cry for help. Because when I was born, the umbilical cord got wrapped around in my throat.
Oh,
So I lost half the oxygen on the left side of my brain.
sorry.
So
Okay.
I was brought up as slow learning and probably never to be able to live on in my own. Well, I live on in my own.
All right.
I pay my own bills, but there's
Independence.
times when I'm in a store, if I give a 20, I don't even know when I'm getting back because right. That's where I had the downfall.
Right.
And that's where the tutors came in.
True.
So I thought with you being a teacher, I thought you'd have that same kind of like, hey, wait a minute, maybe I can tutor him at his home once a week to see what more we can help him learn. And if it's harder, maybe move him into a different class
Right.
of students.
Right. I mean, I definitely understand for the tutoring. Tutoring is very essential, and especially tutoring students at their home, in their environment. It's really important. But the only thing is that the school environment, they need the presence of the teachers as much as possible.
Right.
But one thing that is also done as well in schools is there's like somewhat of a hybrid tutoring. So instead of tutoring the students at the school or at the student's house, they meet up with the students at a library.
Oh, all right.
And here's where the library is fascinating. Libraries actually have resources that people overlook, that resources that you might not have at the house or at the school.
Like, what?
I mean, obviously, internet is one, but
Yeah.
books, such as encyclopedias, dictionaries, also events or activities that are in the library, and even learning about other cultures. Like, for instance, the Brockton Public Library, they always have events or activities to invite families over and just so people can learn about their environment, learn about history. There are tons of history in Brockton that many people don't know, but one of the best places to learn them
Is at the library,
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
Because I know our birthday of 250 years is coming up.
Yeah.
And everyone's already celebrating Bunker Hill Day, and I know that you and we're going to be going to Boston on
Yes.
the 11th or the 16th
Right.
for the tall ships.
Right, yeah.
Do you ever take your students to things like that so they can learn about?
Me personally, no, but my school, they do. They take them to whether it's the museums or even take them out of state or out of country. Like, for instance, they went to Spain.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, for the April break. Or even in the past, they would go to New York. And so it's good for them to, so in general, it's good for students to go on field trips.
Right.
To expand their horizons.
Yeah, we used to go on field trips. We used to go to we used to go to places like Fort Devens, which
Oh,
was
really?
For like basketball tournaments.
Oh, goodness.
We would go to the reenactments of the Boston Tea Party ship, where they threw the tea over the side of the ship.
Yeah.
And we took tours of like Tower Hill, and we were taught about Bunker Hill and about the fort over in Boston.
Right.
But those were the trips that we took. But I don't see many students get today from different schools around Boston, Brockton, going on these kind of trips. You're learning about the history. You're learning about our birth of our country.
Right.
Because I don't think it's ever taught. Because I don't think it's taught in the schools anymore.
I mean, as far as for the field trips, it also comes down to the budget, if the
Yeah.
school has the budget or the district. But I think it's very important for students to go to field trips to learn about their environment, and in this case, learn about their history.
Yeah, because when I was growing up, they didn't teach us about the Civil War. They didn't teach about North and South. They didn't teach us about about the camp, Andersonville, where they kept all the prisoners.
Right.
I learned that on my own by by my stepfather, because he was a history buff.
Oh, really? Okay.
And he got me into the Civil War, and he got me into the Boston Tea Party stuff, and we were learning about our birth of our country. And I have a friend who's got a son, and he's in the Navy reserves,
Oh, nice.
and
This is hard.
he has no idea about the birth of the country.
Really?
He
Not
had-
even the Constitution?
He had to learn it from basically watching the movies about the Civil War and all that stuff.
I mean, that's good that he learned from watching the movies, but the only thing with the movies, especially the Hollywood movies, is like some of the information is like filtered.
Right.
So that is why it's very important, like you said, self-education and going to the library to learn about history.
Yeah, because it was never taught in the schools about the slavery, about.
Oh, no.
People ask me, do you know the story of Roots, the movie?
Yeah.
Do you know the story about Yakuna Yakente? And I'm like, no, I don't. Well, you get the movie, because
Yeah.
you get book 1 and 2, because it will fill you in.
Sure.
But I got them, I watched them, but it doesn't tell the whole story about the history of our birth and about where the ancestors came from.
No.
In there, why we fought for what we got.
Right. It just tells you like one part. Okay, what about the history of those who were enslaved in Africa? You know,
Right,
how
right.
was their civilization like? What was their education like? You know, some of these people that were enslaved, they were also scientists, doctors,
Yeah.
teachers. So, so that's why. It's,
So that's why I asked. Do you teach any of that in your gear classes that you have?
let me see. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. We learn about history through literature, through reading. Like, for instance, there are books of, such as a book that we've read together is called Dear America by Jose Vargas, and it talks about the immigration policy in the U.S., but it also dives into like the history of immigrants coming from Mexico, coming from Asia, specifically the Philippines,
Right.
how in the 1940s and 50s, what they experienced. and even before that, we've also read books like Trust. It's a period piece. It kind of touches on like events that happened, like the Wall Street crash,
Yeah.
the Great Depression, and so it's important for students to know about these history
Yeah.
events.
Because I was born in year 61,
60.
and I remember my mother working as a nurse at the Proctor Hospital and also at the Roxbury VA. And her coming home and saying to my father, why are we teaching our kids things that the schools you should be teaching us?
Yeah.
The schools you should be teaching our kids this instead of us.
Right.
So my mother would put it off on the teachers. Oh, well, you're going to teach them home ec.
Right.
You're going to teach them sex education classes. No, the home ec means cooking.
Right.
That's up to the parents to teach. That's not up to the schools, but the schools did offer it at one point.
Right.
But I don't see that now in the schools, because I talk to high school kids all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, did you learn home ec? Do you learn sex education in the classroom? No, that's not to be talked about.
Wow.
That's for our parents. So it's like
And when we grew up, it was like it was necessary.
it was up to the school to teach us.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. So a lot of that then is not implemented here today in a lot of the schools. Like at these SAT scores to graduate.
Right.
We didn't have those when
Really?
we were growing up. We didn't have to reach a certain grade to graduate. We just prayed and hoped we got through okay.
So you didn't have to take the SAT?
No.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, okay.
But now it's like you have to you take it to basically graduate.
Oh, yeah. To graduate or even get accepted to a college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of students, I see their parents struggling for get college tuition, where they should be, where the schools you should have scholarships.
True.
Once you graduate high school, all right, maybe the high school can give a scholarship for like 30,000
Right.
towards the first year of college.
True.
You don't ever see that.
True. I mean, it also plays a role with budget because there's also
Yeah, the
other
budget's been really bad,
logistics.
I know.
Yeah. So.
But when we talked about doing the Rose Conservatory,
Yeah. Yeah. Rose Conservatory.
and you took your sick and you
Yeah.
sent one of your friends,
Yeah. Yeah. Chris. Shout out to Chris.
it was really amazing because we just put out on your YouTube part 1 and part 2.
Oh, really?
We just downloaded it today.
Oh, I have to check it out.
And when we were watching Greg actually, before we got on camera, he mentioned your name, and he goes, "Well, yeah, how is he?" I said, "He's good, yeah, but he's sick right now." He goes, "Oh, too bad he wasn't here because he would love this."
Yeah, I missed out, unfortunately.
But we got you for the guitar ship, so hopefully.
Oh, yeah. Looking forward to that.
We just got to figure out where we're going to be stationed.
Right.
So
Right. The
we
logistics
got the
behind
soccer coming to Boston. Boston City Hall is going to be bombed in the next month after May. It comes June.
Yeah.
They're going to have all these different events at Boston City Hall.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be straight out crazy.
And who knows if the Celtics win the.
And if the Celtics move on,
Oh, yeah.
Boston's even going to be much more crazier.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago we had a parade for them.
Yeah,
so,
2024.
2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, not
But-
that long ago.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to look forward to. But as far as for the ship, and it's America's 250th
Your 50th birthday.
birthday. Yeah, 50th birthday. I
But
think.
these are the tall ships. These are like the old Academy type ships, like the Black Pearl from like Pirates of the Caribbean. Those are those kind of ships.
Oh goodness.
The Mayflower is going
Mayflower.
to come out of dock, and she's going to have her sails.
Right.
They're going to turn her around and up at the Harvard Yard here in Boston.
Right.
So they're bringing out some of the old Navy ships. It's going to be, they do it every so often, but this is our first time since the ships came to Boston. I think they came like 25 years ago.
25 years ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they had like the Coast Guard cutter with their full sails opened up.
Right.
And these are all different ships from all over the world: Paris, France, Italy, Rome,
Right. Oh, wow.
the Virgin Islands,
Oh goodness.
and they're all full sail ships. And you and I just got to figure out where it's gonna,
Right.
where is the best viewing point to
Right.
get it on camera.
Right. And we'll find out. We'll definitely find out.
Because I did the Veterans Day parade,
Right.
and we had to scrap it all because there was no sound.
Oh, wow.
But like I did the Christmas Day one, it came out awesome.
Nice, nice, nice,
I
nice,
did
nice.
the Rocky Marciano home interview with Peter. Too
Right.
bad though you went there because you would have really had a good time.
Right, right, right.
And then,
Peter Marciano, right?
yep,
I met him. Yeah.
84 years young,
Wow.
and he still remembers the day his brother won the title.
Wow. Then
He
definitely
remembers when they all joined the service. Sonny, Rocky, Peter, his dad, his great-grandfather, his grandfather, they all served.
wow.
It was just amazing how he could remember all that stuff.
Wow. Sharp memory.
Yeah, and that's history.
Oh, yeah.
But it's never taught to our kids about, about our forefathers that served in all the armed forces. Peter kind of brought it out because his parents, his great-grandparents served. He served, his brothers served.
Right.
And it was kind of amazing how he remembered it all, And so when I asked him, did you learn about anything in the school about like our forefathers and in the writing of the Declaration of Independence?
What did he say?
He said no.
Wow.
That was never taught. Why not? That's part of our history.
Right.
I mean, that's things kids want to know.
True, true, true.
So I'm surprised that schools don't teach it as much as they were supposed to.
Right. I think it's very important to
And
learn.
like you and I, we're out there, we're being the reporters of Brockton. We're the ones bringing all the history up front.
Right.
You're teaching it in the schools.
Right.
I'm talking about it here on TV
True.
to reach people that may say to themselves, "Oh, wait a minute, he's talking about either North and South in the history. Maybe there's something I can add."
Oh, yeah.
Because maybe their great-great-grandfathers or their great-great-grandmothers knew someone in the North and South or in the Civil War that served.
Right.
Because I did a special, a veteran special here, and I did like 25 minutes of silence.
Okay.
And it just flashed all the past and present that passed away and who served. And one day I'm sitting outside in my house and someone comes up to me and goes, "You should have been a history teacher. You would have been good at it."
Oh, goodness.
I'm like, "Not me." So do you hear from your students about what they want to do during the time that, do you ever give them like assignments for like when they're not in school and they're on break?
Let me see. Yes. I mean, outside of like reading.
Well, right now
Yes.
we're on school break.
Yes.
Most teachers give their students like assignments
True.
to write, like when they're not at the school, to write what they did over the summer, what they or learned, or because like with me, when I was on break, my teacher would tell me, you're going to be at camp. You write about camp. You write about what you did.
Okay.
You write about what friends you met.
Right.
What kind of assignments did the teachers give you to bring back after school comes back, and you have to get up and read it in front of a whole classroom.
The thing now is that we have curriculums, so we have to follow through the curriculums. Like
Right.
we will assign the students to read a certain page from a book or a certain article, and they have to annotate it, basically underlining or or highlight anything from the passage or write a comment in the margins.
But did you give them that kind of homework, say over the school break, that they have to write an essay about what they did and what they learned?
No, not really. No,
'Cause
unless if it's like
we had to do that.
right. I mean, one thing one thing that I do miss about that concept, it's like it's a little more interpersonal. Like the students, they actually share their story.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
their
yeah.
story, not just only following the curriculum. I'm not bashing the curriculum, but
Right.
it's really important to hear the student's point of view from their own life.
Yeah, like me, I learned as I was growing up. I learned by watching my father, listening to family stories, and because I couldn't read or write,
Right.
I kind of like was when I get back to school and I had to read an essay. I'm like, you gave me something I can't do.
Wow.
That's why I need this get one on get one. And the teachers kind of looked at my parents like, yeah, can't you help them?
And so there wasn't like any accommodations or modifications. Oh, wow.
No, so that's why I'm asking, is that in the schools get today?
Yes, we especially if students have IEPs or special learning disabilities, they will make modifications with their work or their assignments for them to learn, and also process their information.
Do you ever plan on bringing your students here to learn about the cameras and get the studio setups?
In the future, I would like to,
Yeah, because Imaya, you were saying, she's working with Greg on bringing some of the older students to learn from us.
Right.
What we do each and every day.
I think that's really important, especially when the keyword older students, because I feel like there's a lot of summer programs for the younger students, younger children. But when we're talking about like older, like teenagers, like 14 or
Because I was mentioning it to Greg, I was saying we could be like, they could be ours. They could be our students.
Yeah.
They can learn how we do our shows each and every day.
Oh, yeah.
And how to program the cameras and what to do and how to edit and how to put special thanks and all that stuff. And he was like, yeah. And Maya said she went there a few days ago to show them some of the broadcasts that we did.
Right.
And the kids loved it. And there was a scene she put in where they had the Rose Conservatory banner, and it started slipping down. Yeah, so she put it as a blooper.
Right.
And the kids were laughing. Cool.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so good.
Awesome. Whoop. The rose is falling. Yeah. So, yeah, they wanted their part. They wanted their part to have captions.
Captions.
So the one that we downloaded for me has captions, because one of the teachers, she asked us to put captions in, and so that's what we did.
Oh, that's pretty good. It's really important that and even with students, I'm going back to modifications. It's like you have to know your audience. Yeah, you can present a work, but also the captions. What about those who are hearing impaired? And so that's really important.
But Greg said that when Gemaya came in, she mentioned my name, and they all raised their hands. Oh yeah, we know Steve.
You're a celebrity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Greg even said when I handed out the certificates, he said, "Do you see what people see here?
Right.
People see you. They recognize you. They gave you. People have been watching us from afar,
Right.
And that's why you've been asked to be on the show. That's why you were presented a gold certificate.
Right.
I gave one to Greg. I gave one to his helper, and I gave one to all of the students.
Right.
And they still love that.
Oh goodness.
They
It's
couldn't talk enough about And then when they saw themselves, Maya said, they were like, oh no. They were like just blown away.
Oh goodness, yeah. It's very important. You never know. These students that you're working with, you never know. One of them might probably be an Oscar winner.
That's what I'm saying. Or it could be a future mayor, or it could be one of our city councilors.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Or it could be one taking over here for us when we're no longer here.
Oh yeah, that too.
You know?
That too. As you're playing the long
That's
game.
why I asked Greg to work with Yemaya
Okay.
to bring him in, so people like you, me, Maya, Michelle, Ben can actually get to them on how to work these cameras and how to do a food show,
Right,
and how to edit.
Right. How to edit.
And he thought that was great.
Oh yeah.
So have them like put one of them in the edit room and say, all right, what do you see wrong with this piece?
True.
What piece do you think we should take out? Which piece do you think we should keep in?
Right.
What you sound that doesn't sound right? Like when we did the drums, they were all muffled. It took Imaya to balance it out so that the muffled sound wasn't there.
Maya, she's very knowledgeable.
Yeah,
Yeah. I really enjoyed working with her.
And
So I was glad that she was able to resolve that issue.
we went over the footage today, just briefly, I'm amazed how clear it sounded and how the muffling sound was not there.
All right, right.
You know?
That's one thing that's really great about the technology now when in terms of editing. Certain issues that we would have like 10 years ago, whether it's audio or video, now they can be resolved a little more because, especially with AI and other technology. Yeah.
And it's amazing how kids from the Rose Conservatory, if they want to learn, they want
to learn.
If they want to come into the studio and learn from us,
Nice.
and pick up a few things, and even maybe them start a show here,
Oh yeah, yeah. There's one thing that's remarkable about Brockton Community Access is this is a platform, a station that allows people to create their own shows and
Right.
own work. And believe it or not, there's still more shows that the city, the public is still waiting for. And so if these students can actually create their own content, I mean, it'll definitely open opportunities for them.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing how when I first ran for city councilor at large, and I found out from Gib Ripley that this didn't cost anything. I could just come in and film a show,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh,
it's all free. I'm like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought all the time that you had to pay for this, and when he told me no, I was like, forget it, then I'm doing it.
Yeah, go for it.
So my show's about a little bit about everything, about interviewing people like you, small businesses that have been in business for over 70 years,
Right.
like Irving's Paint and Hardware across the street.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They've been in business for 80 years,
80 years.
and it's all family owned.
There's an observation, speaking of which, I noticed an observation. There are a good number of businesses in Brockton.
And then Benner's Gay Camera
Right.
down on Main Street. Benner's has been in business for 70 years.
70 years. Yeah, but
These are businesses that people forget about, but they shop them every day.
right. But this year, going back to Irving, there's a good number of businesses in Brockton who actually reached the 80th anniversary.
Yeah.
And it was, and so it was like, is it a coincidence? But then it was going back to history. From what I learned is 80 years ago was 1946.
Right.
And what is 1946? A year after the end of World War II.
Right.
So from what I've learned from historians in Brockton, they stated that some of the soldiers, when they came back to Brockton, they actually started their own businesses.
Yeah.
Yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
And now fast forward, and these businesses are still flourishing.
Like get Benner's Camera,
Yeah.
Irving's Paint
Oh,
right
yeah.
across the street.
Right.
Yeah, Mick,
McManus?
yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's family owned.
Oh.
They've been in business for over 120 years.
McManus?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. Wow.
They had a fish market right across from, right up on Pleasant Street.
Right.
And you could buy fresh lobsters and you could order your food to take home.
Wow.
And then they had, then they opened one up on the Cape. They had a McMenemy's. Then they had one on the Brockton Bridgewater line.
Okay.
And it was owned, then they had a shanty, which is like a house right on the corner of Belmont Street, right next door to Squad A and Ladder 1. That was the fish shanty. That
Right.
was a restaurant. So, and it's all family owned. It's all
family
brothers and
owned.
sisters, nephews, nieces, great nieces, great nephews.
Right.
And it's still family owned today.
Wow, that's remarkable.
So
Yeah, it's like, it just shows you that you can still have a successful business. It doesn't have to be corporate.
that's why I ask, do you guys teach history in the schools anymore?
We do.
Because it's not like it's not like it was when I was growing up.
Right.
It's all like, it's like you need to know basis type stuff.
True.
And so it's just, you're wondering if that was the case today.
I mean, history is still being taught, but again, it depends on, as far as the schools with the field trips and the curriculums. That's another wild card right there. It depends on the school and the district as well. But I'm a firm believer of not only teaching the students the information, but actually showing them. And the one thing that's really great about Brockton has so much rich history.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
We do.
like who would imagine Frederick Douglass
Yeah.
actually has history here?
On the backside of Eastern Bank,
Exactly.
there's a statue about to figure him.
Yes.
Across from the bank, there was the old hotel.
Right.
And there's like a portrait of him painted on gay wood. It's there's like a whole scenery.
Right. Thomas Edison even had a lab here in Brockton.
Yep.
Yeah, he actually worked here.
So it's like amazing that our history is not being taught in the schools. As far as Thomas Edison, as far as
Right.
our presidents like Abraham Lincoln, people like that were firm believers
Right.
that anything is possible.
True.
And I talk to half of these kids, and half of these kids are like, they don't teach us that at school anymore. We have to learn it from the book. We have to go to the...
Yeah, right.
So, but it's just amazing how you and I just seem to click, and we're basically at every event for Brockton Community Access.
Oh yeah. I mean, Brockton, there's never a dull moment. I can definitely tell you.
It once a bank.
Here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The big vaults out there.
Right.
Could you imagine closing up and getting someone's in there and locking it and
Oh, man.
come back and the next day unlocking and find the person's gone?
Oh goodness. Oh my goodness.
Because there's no air. Because there's no air in those vaults.
Oh goodness.
Those vaults are like, you could blow this place up and they still be standing.
True.
I don't know how many banks we've had that have been turned into something like a studio. I think this is the only one.
I mean, I think that's really great. Yes, it was a bank, but the building is still put to use.
Yeah.
It's not abandoned. It's not vacant. So I think that's really great, and it's a place where people are creative and have fun.
But a lot of our buildings here today that were here when they were first built, they the city seems to forget who built them. The great-grandfathers of this founding country.
Right.
They built this
True.
whole city. They built our country. And I don't even hear kids talking about the history of Brockton. It's like, it's a shame.
Right.
So it's also amazing how now people like us,
Right.
we're making a new history by trying to make Brockton stronger.
True.
Even though we got a good man now, and he's the first. What is he? The first
Cape Verdean mayor.
The
of
first
Brockton.
Cape Verdean mayor ever get to serve.
Yeah, in Brockton.
And that's history.
Yeah, it is.
That's
It is.
something that's never been done.
No.
You know, and to all the past present mayors that we've had, they've done their job well, but Moses has a long road ahead of him, and so far he's shown me and Brockton that he really wants to get things done. So it's I went over there today and I thanked him for making me a human rights officer, and he shook my hand and he goes, anytime, Mr. Clay, anytime. He goes, you're welcome to our little party house, he called it.
Yeah.
He calls his office his party house because that's where he swore me in.
Oh, goodness.
And it was like, it was fun.
Yeah, he is a remarkable mayor, and I'm proud to announce this for my Hero New episode. We have a new episode coming this month,
Yep.
and it's on overcoming challenges. And we actually have Mayor Moses Rodriguez on this episode.
Oh, wow.
And he talks about the how he helps the city to move forward and the challenges that he overcomes.
Well, he took over when Mayor Carpenter died.
Yeah, interim mayor.
Yeah, he was the intern mayor. So for him to be sworn in as mayor,
Yes, that is history in the making.
that is history.
Yes.
This is the first time ever. But he got a taste of it after Carpenter died.
He did.
So he knew that he had a long road. But when he got sworn in and he made that announcement, usually all of the candidates leave with the mayor.
Yes.
But we're staying until after the meeting. And we're all going to leave as one community and as one group.
Right.
And we all walked out. All of us walked out together. And I looked in the hallway, and I looked to where the room was that we were, and I couldn't believe there were still people standing in the hallway that could not get in to the room where we were filming.
Right.
Because it was standing room only. There were no seats left. People were just lined up outside the door.
Right. They were just lined up.
There was everywhere, and that was amazing.
Wow.
And that was the first time I've ever seen that ever happen.
Wow. History was made.
Yeah, history was made, and history's going to be made again when we swear. I know he's working on it now. He's working on 2 more boards. He's working on elderly abuse board,
Yes.
and he's worked on the human rights board, which is me.
Okay.
And he's going to be putting into effect another board to beautify Brockton. He's going to get a group of kids to volunteer one day out of the year of the summer to help plant trees and plant the flowers along. We have flower beds,
Right.
metal flower beds.
Right.
And he's going to have the kids help out the garden club, plant the flowers in the beds so Brockton comes back to what it should be.
Right, right.
So he's working on a lot.
He is. He is.
But his main objective is bus safety because a lot of 4 elderly people got hurt over at the belly of Gear Towers.
Oh, that's rough.
So
That's
he wants to put up signs in all of the high rises.
hard. Right. That's really
And
important.
that's the first mayor that's ever done that. So right there, that's another history piece
Right.
that's part of us.
Right. We gotta make sure that our Brockton residents are safe.
Yeah.
And healthy, of course.
Yeah. And I know that in June, the grand opening of the firehouse and the police station is going to be open. And I want to bring a camera crew up there, and I want to film the grand opening.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be a great moment for the
That would
city.
be, because it's been, a ribbon cutting got done with the last mayor, but they haven't opened it up yet because Warren Ave and Main Street are
Right.
still not 2 ways yet.
Oh, yeah.
They're
Okay.
still waiting on something. I don't know what they're working on. But,
Right.
So, but it's going to be one heck of a time.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a few minutes left. Is there anything else you want to talk about your show?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, so funny that you mentioned Moses Rodriguez. So the episode is on overcoming challenges
Okay.
with Moses Rodriguez, and he talks about his plans, his initiatives, and how he wants the city to move forward.
Right.
And he also talks about how he wants people to come together to help the city regarding beautification, the image of the city in terms of how the media perceives Brockton. And we also, on this episode, we'll also have a guest appearance from a motivational speaker from Brockton named Nick Loriano.
Okay.
And he talks about inspiration, faith, and just overcoming challenges. And we also, my crew and I, we also went up to New Hampshire,
Okay.
to Manchester, to the ski area called McIntyre Ski Area.
Okay.
And we interviewed the president and a ski instructor about overcoming challenges regarding.
When it was this?
This was back in. When was this?
It was this year?
Yes, it was this year.
Wow.
Yeah, this year. Yeah. So.
Must have been a good time.
Oh yeah, it was great. The scenery is really nice, especially if you like winter sports and you like the snow.
Yeah.
You'll definitely like this. So yeah.
Well, Brockton, this is these are some of the guests I have on in my show, and in the next episode, there's going to be a lady that was on Lenny Harris's show, Diamond Magazine, and her name is Wanda Atkins. She lost her daughter to gun violence about 7 years ago. So she's coming on the show to talk about what her daughter did to give back to their community. Her daughter did have reached out and made a scholarship for under school privileged kids, and the mother's coming on to talk about her daughter's life and about gun violence and how it should be stopped and the steps that should be taken. But before we go, I know you already have one, but I didn't want to leave you out of this show, so
Oh.
this is
Thank you.
this is another little diamond in the rough.
Oh. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you. Man, this is awesome.
I know when I gave your a friend one to give it to you.
Yes.
I wanted to get to hand it to you in person, but
Thank you.
he.
This is an honor, by the way.
But so this time I got to get to you. And
Thank you.
as I said on the phone in the text, I do this as my way of saying a thank you to all the guests,
Thank you.
because you guys, you people take time out of a busy schedule to do this, and I do appreciate it. And I know Brockton Community Access appreciates it too. So, from the Stephen and Cecilia show, until we talk again, happy trails, and to Moses Rodriguez, thank you for everything you're doing for the city. Keep up the good work, and good night.
Swears he hears her say, Daddy, can you see?